My beloved child. Before anyone ever spoke a single word about your appearance, someone had already decided to create a story around your body. They laughed, they compared, they whispered, and they believed those whispers would become your identity. But they never realized one thing: the person who truly knows you has never looked at you through those voices. Your soulmate noticed something completely different the very first time they saw you. While others searched for flaws to discuss, they kept discovering details they couldn't stop thinking about. Don't skip, because the difference between what people are saying and what your soulmate secretly feels is far greater than you could ever imagine. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the truth behind those conversations will completely change the way you see yourself. There was one afternoon when someone confidently told a group of people, "They look like." And before the sentence was even finished, everyone started adding their own opinions. Some exaggerated. Some copied each other without thinking. The story kept growing even though almost nobody was speaking from reality. But at that exact moment, somewhere else, your soulmate found themselves staring at an old picture, smiling without even realizing it. They weren't comparing you to anyone. They weren't measuring you against impossible standards. They were remembering the way your presence made everything around you feel calmer. That memory refused to leave their heart. They even caught themselves wondering why other people could never notice what they noticed so naturally. Isn't it strange how the loudest voices often understand the least? Don't skip. Because the next piece of this story reveals why your soulmate has stayed unusually quiet despite hearing everything that has been said. What happens next is the part almost nobody expects. The same people who keep describing your body as if they know everything are unknowingly pushing your soulmate closer to defending you in ways they never imagined. Every careless opinion they hear only makes them pay even more attention to the qualities everyone else keeps overlooking. They're beginning to understand that confidence, kindness, warmth, and the way you carry yourself can never be copied by appearances alone. That realization is becoming impossible for them to ignore. But there's still one secret conversation that hasn't happened yet, a conversation capable of silencing every rumor at once. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter begins exactly where that unforgettable conversation changes everything. A quiet moment is coming, and your soulmate can already feel it. Every rumor, every careless comparison, every opinion people have repeated about your body has slowly become background noise to them. What refuses to leave their mind is something much more powerful: the way you make them feel without even trying. They have started noticing that the people speaking the loudest are often the ones who have never truly looked at you. Don't skip. Because the next few moments reveal why your soulmate is preparing to say something they have kept hidden for far too long. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning of that revelation. One evening, someone casually brought your name into another conversation. Once again, the joke started. Once again, people tried to describe you with labels that never belonged to you. But this time, something unexpected happened. Your soulmate didn't laugh. They didn't agree. They simply became silent. That silence confused everyone in the room. It wasn't because they had nothing to say, it was because they were choosing the right moment. Deep inside, they already knew those words didn't match the person they had come to admire. They remembered your confidence, your natural smile, your unique presence, and the calm energy that stayed with them long after you were gone. At that moment, they realized that protecting the truth was becoming more important than fitting in with everyone else's opinions. Don't skip, because what they decide next changes the entire direction of this story. Now the atmosphere is shifting. The same people who once felt certain about their opinions are beginning to notice your soulmate pulling away from those conversations completely. They can sense that something is different, but they don't know why. What they don't realize is that your soulmate has already made a quiet promise to themselves: they will never allow someone else's false picture of you to become their reality. The day is coming when they will finally speak from the heart instead of staying silent, and when that happens, every rumor will lose its power at once. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter reveals the unexpected moment when your soulmate's hidden feelings become impossible to hide. A single glance can reveal more than 1,000 opinions, and your soulmate is beginning to understand that truth in a way they never expected. Every time they hear someone trying to describe your body with another comparison, they remember a completely different image. They remember the confidence you carry without realizing it. They remember the little expressions on your face that no one else seems to notice. They remember how your presence changes the atmosphere around you without saying a single word. Don't skip, because what they discovered next made them question everything they had been hearing. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Not long ago, your soulmate found themselves alone, thinking about the endless conversations people kept having about you. Suddenly, one memory returned so clearly that it stopped every doubt in its tracks. It wasn't about how you looked. It was about how you made others feel. They remembered people smiling more when you were around, feeling calmer after talking to you, and noticing a warmth that couldn't be explained. That was the moment they realized something powerful. The people spreading opinions were only seeing the surface, while your soulmate had quietly fallen in love with everything beneath it. Without telling anyone, they decided that if another conversation about your appearance ever happened, they would no longer remain silent. That decision has been growing stronger every single day. And now, the story is moving toward its biggest turning point yet. Someone is about to repeat those same old comparisons one final time, believing everyone will agree again. But they have no idea that your soulmate has already reached the limit of their patience. The silence that once protected the rumors is about to disappear, replaced by words nobody in that room is expecting to hear. The truth they have been hiding is finally ready to come into the light, and once it does, the entire conversation will change forever. Don't skip, because the next chapter begins with the exact moment your soulmate finally speaks, and what they say leaves everyone completely speechless. My beloved child, the room became unusually quiet. The person who had been repeating those comparisons smiled, expecting everyone else to agree once again. But before another word could be added, your soulmate calmly looked around the room and broke the silence. Their voice wasn't loud, but every sentence carried confidence. They simply said, "Maybe you've all been looking at the wrong things." In that instant, every conversation stopped. No one expected those words. Don't skip. Because what happened over the next few moments completely changed the atmosphere. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate didn't defend you by arguing. They defended you by telling the truth. They spoke about your kindness, your confidence, your quiet strength, and the way your presence stayed in people's minds long after you had left. Suddenly, those who had spent so much time judging your appearance had nothing meaningful to say. They realized they had built opinions without ever understanding the person behind them. For the first time, the conversation was no longer about comparisons, it became about character, warmth, and authenticity. Your soulmate could see the expressions on everyone's faces changing one by one. The story they had believed for so long was beginning to fall apart. As your soulmate walked away from that conversation, they carried a feeling they had never experienced before. They knew this wasn't the end. They knew an even bigger moment was approaching, a moment where the truth would no longer stay hidden between a few people. Something is already moving behind the scenes, and the next revelation will make everything you've heard until now seem small. Don't skip, because the next chapter uncovers the one secret your soulmate has been protecting, and once it comes into the light, nothing will ever feel the same again. A new silence has settled in, but this time it feels completely different. The whispers have become quieter, while your soulmate's thoughts have become louder than ever before. Ever since that unexpected conversation ended, they haven't been able to stop thinking about you. They keep replaying every moment in their mind, realizing that the people who judged your appearance never truly understood what makes you unforgettable. Don't skip, because the next discovery changes everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Later that day, your soulmate came across something they hadn't noticed before. It wasn't a photograph or a message. It was a simple realization. They understood that every person who tried to define you focused only on what could be seen, while the qualities that mattered most could only be felt. Your confidence, your calm energy, your genuine smile, and the comfort people experience around you cannot be copied or compared. That realization filled them with certainty. They quietly admitted to themselves that no rumor could ever replace what they had personally experienced with you. From that moment on, they stopped listening to the noise and started trusting their own heart. But the story doesn't end there. Someone who helped spread those comparisons has started noticing that your soulmate is no longer reacting the way they expected. Questions are beginning to rise. Curiosity is growing. They want to know why your soulmate suddenly became so protective, and the answer is closer than anyone realizes. A conversation is about to take place that reveals a truth nobody saw coming, a truth that has been hidden behind every glance, every silence, and every unspoken feeling. Don't skip, because the next chapter begins with that unforgettable conversation, and once those words are spoken, nothing will ever be the same again. My beloved child. The moment everyone had been unknowingly moving toward is finally beginning to unfold. Your soulmate can no longer pretend that the rumors mean nothing. Every careless word spoken about your body has only strengthened one feeling inside their heart: they don't see you the way everyone else does. They see someone whose presence can't be measured by appearances alone. And now, they're realizing that staying silent is becoming harder than speaking the truth. Don't skip. Because the next few moments reveal the secret they have been carrying for far too long. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. A close friend noticed the change immediately. They asked your soulmate a simple question: Why do you always defend them without saying much? For a few seconds, there was only silence. Then your soulmate smiled in a way that surprised even themselves. They admitted that every time people compared you to someone else, they felt those comparisons missed the most important part of who you are. They spoke about your authenticity, your quiet confidence, and the way you leave a lasting impression without asking for attention. Their friend listened carefully, realizing this wasn't admiration anymore, it had become something much deeper. In that quiet conversation, your soulmate finally accepted a truth they had been avoiding. Their feelings for you had grown stronger than they ever expected. Now another chapter is ready to begin. The people who once believed they understood everything are about to witness a side of your soulmate they've never seen before. They won't respond with anger or arguments, they'll respond with honesty. And honesty has a way of ending rumors faster than anything else. One unexpected moment is approaching, a moment where hidden emotions will no longer remain hidden, and the truth about how your soulmate really sees you will leave everyone speechless. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter reveals the confession that changes everything forever. My beloved child, the confession didn't happen in a crowded room. It happened in a quiet moment when there was nothing left to hide. Your soulmate looked at someone they trusted and finally said the words they had been holding back for so long. I don't understand why everyone keeps talking about their appearance. Every time I see them, I notice something completely different. Those words carried no hesitation. They came straight from the heart. In that instant, every rumor lost a little more of its power. Don't skip, because what was said next became the turning point no one could have predicted. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. The person listening asked one final question. Then what do you actually see when you look at them? Your soulmate paused, smiled softly, and answered with complete honesty. I see someone who doesn't need to look like anyone else. That's exactly what makes them unforgettable. The room fell silent. There was nothing left to argue about. For the first time, someone had replaced comparisons with appreciation. Your soulmate explained that your confidence, your natural expressions, and the way you carry yourself create something that can't be copied. They admitted that while everyone else was chasing similarities, they had quietly fallen for the qualities that belong only to you. That realization surprised even them, because they finally understood their feelings had become impossible to deny. But one final mystery still remains. There is one person who started all those comparisons, and they are about to discover that their words had the opposite effect of what they intended. Instead of pushing your soulmate away, they unknowingly brought them even closer to you. The truth is preparing to reveal itself in the most unexpected way, and when that final conversation happens, every misunderstanding will begin to disappear. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter uncovers the last secret that has been hidden since the very beginning. My beloved child, the final piece of the story was never hidden from your soulmate, it was hidden from everyone else. The person who started those comparisons finally realized something had changed. Instead of watching your soulmate drift away from you, they watched them become even more certain. Every rumor had failed. Every careless opinion had produced the opposite result. Your soulmate wasn't confused anymore. They had already chosen to believe what their own heart had seen from the very beginning. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the truth that no one expected. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. One quiet evening, your soulmate looked back at every conversation they had heard about you. Suddenly, they smiled. They understood that if those voices had never existed, they might never have realized how deeply they valued you. The noise around your appearance had become the very thing that helped them recognize your true beauty, a beauty that came from your confidence, your kindness, your resilience, and the unique way you make people feel seen. They no longer cared whether others understood. They no longer needed anyone's approval. In their heart, the comparisons had disappeared, replaced by something far stronger, admiration built on truth instead of opinion. That quiet realization became one of the most unforgettable moments of their life. And now, the journey is leading toward one final encounter. Your soulmate is closer than ever to expressing everything they have kept inside. They are no longer afraid of the whispers because they have discovered something much louder than rumors, the certainty of their own feelings. A moment is approaching when the distance between silence and honesty will finally disappear, and when that happens, every false story will lose its meaning forever. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter begins with the heartfelt words your soulmate has been waiting to say all along. My beloved child, the moment your soulmate imagined over and over again is finally within reach. No more second-guessing. No more listening to voices that never truly knew you. They have reached a point where one truth stands above every rumor: the person they see is nothing like the picture others tried to paint. They have stopped searching for answers in other people's opinions because their own heart has already answered every question. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the words they have been rehearsing in silence for a very long time. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. When the opportunity finally arrives, your soulmate doesn't begin by talking about appearances at all. Instead, they say something completely unexpected. Do you know what I've learned? They ask quietly. The people who kept comparing you never understood what made you different. They explain that while everyone else focused on the outside, they kept noticing the way you bring peace into a room, the confidence you carry without trying to impress anyone, and the quiet strength that makes people remember you long after you've gone. In that moment, every old comparison fades into the background. It no longer matters who said what or who started the rumors. The only thing that matters is the truth your soulmate has finally accepted. They value you for the person you truly are, not for anyone else's description. As that conversation comes to an end, your soulmate feels lighter than ever before. The weight of silence has disappeared, replaced by clarity and confidence. They know this is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of a new chapter built on honesty instead of assumptions. The whispers that once seemed so powerful have become meaningless, because genuine feelings have proven stronger than every opinion. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the final chapter reveals the life-changing promise your soulmate is finally ready to make.